Welcome back. And since we're on the subject of Star Wars and Disneyland, I figured I'd talk about Star Tours. This was easily one of my favorite rides of all time, and still is. But I mean, this ride debuted in 1987. At that point, I was about a little over 1 year old. So, of course, too little to ride on it. But as I got older, finally got to experience it, and wow, that was like one of my favorite rides right away. I absolutely love it. Based on the original trilogy, which amazing films, all three of them. Easily my top three of the franchise. So as a result, yeah, love the whole queue line for Star Tours when you get to C3PO and R2D2 arguing with each other. Very typical there. And what made it see that was the real comic relief in the Star Wars franchise was C3PO and R2D2's arguing back and forth on who does a better job and all that. Yeah. So yes, easily one of my favorite moments there. I mean, this is a ride my family absolutely loves. Is Star Tours. We all love Star Tours in my family. I don't think there's anyone in my family who doesn't. So overall, absolutely love it. Hearing that music score from John Williams is always exhilarating. I mean, it's Star Wars. It wouldn't be Star Wars without John Williams. So the original one, basically you got robot pilot Captain Rex voiced by Pee Wee Herman, who was very entertaining and absolutely made the ride totally worth it even more. So basically, you escape a maintenance bay and go into light speed into comets, basically an icy asteroid field. Then nearly get pulled in a tractor beam of a Star Destroyer to be saved by the Rebel Alliance. And then basically, the next part, you go basically attack the Death Star, which all of us as kids, when we were watching Star Wars, that was the dream. Go attack the Death Star and destroy it. Yeah, it definitely brought it definitely brought back the memories of watching A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. So absolutely, totally worth. More so on the New Hope because you had to go through the Death Star trench to blow it up. So that was cool. Great experience. Absolutely worth it. So then in 2011, they redid Star Tours, or that's basically when it reopened, was 2011. And what I like about this one though is it's not always the same each time you ride it. Get new experiences each time. It is in 3D, but the 3D didn't bother me though. I actually don't mind the 3D on this. It's actually very, very doable. I mean, my favorite moments from this one, first you got two different possible beginnings, or actually now they've added more, especially now that they've added the sequel trilogy. And so yeah, you got some different possibilities in the beginning. Like you got one with Darth Vader basically stopping you. Of course, that's probably my favorite. There is the Darth Vader opening there. He uses the Force and points out Rebel spy. We know you have this Rebel spy on board. So yes, that always makes me laugh. And yes, I have been pointed out as the Rebel spy on a couple occasions, and both times by Darth Vader. So yes, it is totally worth it when he does it. So as a result, then you escape, and then you go to a first destination with possibilities of either Kashyyyk, Hoth, or Tatooine. The Kashyyyk one is probably my favorite one, with the Wookiee planet, because Chewbacca is easily one of my favorite characters. And plus, it has that Endor feel to it, and it has the Endor music. So yes, it definitely pays homage to Battle of Endor a little bit. And yeah, so that's great there. I mean, Battle of Hoth, awesome. Always loved the Battle of Hoth on Empire Strikes Back. So it was great to see that they added that to the ride. So totally worth it there. The Tatooine pod race thing was pretty cool too, I have to say. They hit a home run on the first destinations, hands down. There, so nicely done. The pod racing, Sebulba, absolutely worth it. Making Sebulba angry. Then, let's see. Now, what they've added in the newer ones is they have added Jakku, which I thought was pretty cool. And then they added forget when it was from Rise of Skywalker, basically. So, yeah. Because I just saw it once, so I don't quite remember it very well. But overall, fun experience either way. Then you get hologram messages from either Yoda, Leia, Admiral Akbar, Maz Kanata, Poe Dameron, or Lando Calrissian. And all were pretty good. I'd say my favorite, of course, Yoda. I mean, who doesn't like Yoda? And then Leia's "Help me, Star Tours, you're my only hope." Of course, any moments when Admiral Akbar comes on, some just cannot resist saying, "It's a trap!" Because who wouldn't want us to do that? I mean, absolutely totally worth it. And then, so you go to a second destination. So your possibilities there are Naboo, Coruscant, Geonosis slash Death Star. Then you got Crate and Exegol. So as a result, I would say my favorites, obviously Geonosis and Death Star, because you got Boba Fett basically going after you. And then I would say the Naboo was pretty cool too, with the underwater. And then sometimes there's moments where you do bash into Jar Jar, which I thought was pretty funny. I mean, everyone got a laugh out of that. Because he's probably the most annoying character in the franchise, hands down. And then Coruscant, of course, you're escaping. You're basically during the Battle of the Republic and basically landing on a port to deliver the rebel spy. Crate was cool too. I absolutely loved Battle of Crate because, yeah, it felt like somewhat of a version of the Battle of Hoth. Even though it's from The Last Jedi, it was actually a pretty good sequence there. And then you got the Exegol, which I thought was pretty cool too. Basically taking down one of the Final Order ships. So yeah, overall, Star Tours is easily one of my top 5 favorite rides at Disneyland. Absolutely a must ride. Can't really give it a rating because it's so hard to rate Disneyland rides. So as a result, I give it solid, very solid. And yeah, so until next time, I'll be back soon.